What's up, guys? This is the video that I said I was going to post. I'm going to show you real quick how to tear this thing down and put it back together without having all the problems. Of course, we'll check this one, and you can see there's nothing in the chamber, no mag in the gun. So first thing we'll do is just go ahead and drop the hammer, and then we can get started with the mainspring. This is a Mark III, but I've removed the mag disconnect, so we won't have to worry about the magazine in this one at all. You can see I just used a screwdriver to pop the mainspring housing open, and we can just pull it out right there. Once we get it open like this, it does take a little bit of force, but you can wiggle it, and it'll slide free of the upper receiver and the grip. It's slowly coming out. There it goes. Yes, it is a pain in the butt. The next thing you'll do is pull the trigger as you pull out the bolt, and that'll pull the hammer down. And then that's it. I mean, my guns have never really needed a mallet, but if you do, you'll just tap on this while you hold the grip frame, and it'll separate the two receivers. Mine always come apart pretty easy. If you need to do any work down in here, of course, do your work, put it back together. When you start to put the two pieces back together, make sure your hammer's down. That's about the only way that you're going to get the two receivers to slide back together. So the two receivers are back together. Check that hole, make sure they line up. Once you know you've got a good alignment, you can go ahead and slide the bolt back in. Again, the hammer needs to be down. You need to be able to just see straight through with no obstructions. Just slide the bolt in, and you just twist it until it finds the grooves. Sorry, I turn it away from the camera, but I was hitting the bolt stop. My thumb pushed it up. But now the bolt's in, and the hammer is down. You can still see the hammer. So this is where they tell you to turn the gun upside down and pull the trigger, and the hammer will fall into place. Now you can see the hammer strut right now is kind of falling down as well. We're going to turn the gun back over, and the hammer strut will fall, and it'll be out of the way. Now we can go ahead and put back in the pin and the mainspring housing. And while we're doing this, we're going to be careful not to let that hammer strut fall again. Once you get it up about halfway, it takes a little bit of pressure to slide it up and get it the rest of the way, but it'll snap in. Once you get to this point, this is where you just pay real close attention to what you're doing, and everything will go incredibly easy. When I set the mainspring down a minute ago, it closed, so I just need to open that back up real quick. Okay. We're going to turn the gun upside down again, and you see how the hammer strut just fell again? We don't want it to do that yet. We're going to push the mainspring housing in about a quarter of the way, just to where this part starts to touch the grip. And when you get to that point, you can let the hammer strut fall back. If you do that, then you'll get to this point. And if you have pressure pushing back on the mainspring housing, then you know you've done it right. If you do it like this, where the hammer strut is falling down completely, and you try and do this, you'll push this in sometimes. Sorry, I'm doing it wrong. If the hammer strut is all the way up when you're doing this, you'll push this in, and you see there's no pressure whatsoever pushing that back out. If there's no pressure, do not push this down, because it'll be a bear to get back apart. Go ahead and, like I said, push it about halfway, let the hammer strut fall, push it in, and then drop the mainspring takedown lever. Once you've done that, you can cycle it, and you can see it works just fine. And that's it. That's all there is to it. It's really simple once you actually know what you're doing. I don't know if there's anything else to say. I mean, like I said, it's a really simple procedure. Everything still works. But I didn't take the lower apart. So, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.